Hello, ladies. I am so excited for this video today. I've been itching to use this makeup since I got it. So today we are going to be using the Sephora Collection makeup. From the concealer to the foundation to the primers and the setting sprays. So I got my foundation shirt on. You know, this is what I wear when I put on my foundation because I am the clumsiest person on the planet and it will be all over my shirt. So I wear this so that I can make sure that I don't get it everywhere. So I'm excited. So we're gonna go right into it. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm going to prime my face. And I'm going to use the Sephora Beauty Amplifier. This is what it looks like. Okay, and I'm going to put the prices in the video for everything so that we can know what everything costs. But I tell you what, this is all affordable makeup. All affordable. And I'm so excited to try it because if this is winter, now I know the foundation is $20. So if this is a winner, we are going to be in it. Okay, so look how it comes out. And it's really, really smooth. Right? So we're going to go ahead and add that to our face. And I'm just going to go ahead and look in the viewfinder instead of trying to look in the mirror right about now. So I'm going to try and use what I would normally with a mattifying primer. And I'm gonna take it all the way up under my eyes for the concealer to stick as well. I got a big face. I always need so much primer and moisturizer. If I get a moisturizer and it says it's supposed to last 30 days, it lasts me 15. Because I gotta use double because I got a big face. So, all right, there we go. And this is super mattifying. You can see it already, guys. See how it blurred? It's got that little white cast. That's how you know it's working. So, it has a little white cast, and so it's already feeling really tight. But we're gonna see how it works out with this foundation. So the foundation we're using is the Sephora 10-Hour Wear Perfection Foundation. This is in the color Tan Neutral. Now, we're not doing a wear test. I'm just going to do my first impression. Just a basic idea of what we think about this foundation. And I'm going to start with a pump like this. This is actually a pump and a half. And I'm going to use a brush. I'm not going to use a sponge today. I'm going to use a brush. So let's see. Let's see. What do you guys think about that color so far? We're going to go ahead and buff this in and see if this is a good color. Okay, so this this primer is very mattifying. It literally is skipping just for me to put the foundation on. It's not the foundation. The foundation is pretty smooth. It's going on okay outside of the skipping that, and I still have some on my hand. So that is like the first. I'm gonna put a little bit more on my hand here. It's stuck in there. But, so I'm gonna go ahead and buff this in and want y'all listen to these little songs I have. And I'll be right back. What do you guys think so far? Okay, so let me just tell you this one thing so far. This foundation goes on smooth and it is very matte. And then with this primer, it's making it a little dry to put on, but it's not the foundation, it's definitely the primer. The primer made my face feel tight and dry before I even put the foundation on. So I can't blame it on the foundation. I just know going forward, if I were to use this again, I have to use a hydrating primer with this, because this is truly a matte foundation, and that's why it claims to be 10 hours, because it seems like it is super matte. Let me come close and see how the primer is making it look kind of dry and ashy. It's definitely the primer. I noticed that it's accenting my texture a little bit and all in, you know, here, but we're gonna keep going and see what happens. Okay, so now, as you guys remember, I got the color corrector, and I got this in the color peach. It's like a peach color, and I'm gonna go ahead and try this under my eyes. And you only need a little bit. You don't want it to bleed all the way through. You don't want it to bleed all the way through to your foundation. So the color corrector is not bad at all. It's really light. It's really light. It's really smooth. It's this primer. I should have definitely, guess what? This is what first impressions are for. So, we're gonna have to hope that this setting spray does something to this, because this is making this foundation look really ashy. I can tell when I put a foundation on my wrist if it's gonna be creamy or not, or whether it's gonna be dry or not. This foundation is definitely not dry. It is definitely this primer, and I've said it already 3 times, so I'm not gonna say it again. It's the primer. All right, so now I have I'm gonna put on the concealer, and we're gonna let that hang out for a minute. And this is the Clear and Cover, okay, Acne Treatment Cream Concealer with 2% salicylic acid. And I'm gonna go ahead and, this is the one that's really, really light. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna mix this a little bit with this NARS, because I can't give it a true without mixing it. It's way too light. And so, but I got the color corrector on, so it's gonna definitely help. Yeah, so what I am gonna try though is I'm gonna go ahead and try to use it just for brightening in other places, just to see how it works out. I don't think it's gonna work out, but we're gonna see. Okay, and I'm not gonna incorporate anything else. You know what, guys, this primer is tearing this foundation apart, because I can clearly tell that this, yeah. So I don't have under eye powder, so I'm gonna use my Maybelline Fit Me in Toffee 330, and just to set. Okay, so now we're gonna use the all over powder from Sephora. This is in the color tan as well. I know you guys see me using this brush all the time. I have 4 of them. I love this brush for dry powder. I don't even remember where I got it from. I think it was like Target or something. But I'm gonna go ahead and put this on. Okay, so now we're looking pretty dry. I know, we're looking pretty dry. So hopefully by the time we go ahead and set all this stuff, we'll be good to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and use, because remember, if you watched that video, the bronzer that I bought to go with all of this was way too light, so I couldn't use it as a bronzer. So I'm going to use my staple, my Cocoa Naughty from Fenty, and I'm gonna go ahead and try to bronze this up pretty good. concealer is sitting on my chin. Because the foundation is so dry, it's accenting everything on my chin. So now I'm gonna go ahead and use a Sephora blush. And this is, we're not gonna use this one. This, just so you can see it. This is the Peach Blossom blush from Sephora, but I'm going to use the Snapdragon. And this is also from Sephora. And let me grab a different brush. Still looks a little dry, of course, but let's hope that this works out okay. I put on the Sephora lashes. These are some big lashes. And look, I don't have big eyes at all, as clearly you guys can see. But these are some big old lashes. But you know what? I like them. I do. I put some eyeshadow on already, just a little bit of something. You know, I don't have a lot of lid space, so I can't do 5 and 6 and 7 colors. So I usually keep it really basic because I don't. We're gonna do, first, before I do any lips, I'm gonna go ahead and spray this. I wanted to keep it pretty basic with this today. I don't want to do any contouring and all that. Spray this setting spray. And this is the Beauty Amplifier set. And this is what this looks like. All right, we're gonna go ahead and spray this. Giving it a little extra zhuzh because it's so dry. It needs some aqua. Okay, let's see. All right, that probably was a little bit too much, huh? I'm gonna be drowning any minute. So, going to, let's let that cook a little bit. All right, so it still looks very powdery. I'm going to give this one more zhuzh, okay? This setting spray is like, this setting spray is literally like spraying water on your face. That's what it feels like. It doesn't have that Charlotte Tilbury, Morphe, Too Faced kind of, you know, feeling to the skin. This literally is like water. It feels like water. It's heavy like water. So that's what it feels like against my face. So, but you know, it really needed this water. It needed something, honey. This primer bull, whew. But it mattifies. It says exactly, it does exactly what it says it's gonna do. But yeah, so this is where we are right now. This is where we are right now. Okay, so I'm gonna use a Sephora lipstick today, and I just bought plenty of them, but I didn't bring another one over here. So this is the one that I have here. So this is gonna be the color. This is a nude. And I'm gonna go ahead and line my lips with Chestnut. This is a matte liner, and I love this liner. It's one of my staples. I've been buying this liner for years, and I have several different brown liners, but this is definitely one of my favorites. So I'm gonna go ahead and line my lips with that. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do is, because you know my lips is a little deserty right now, so I'm gonna use some lip balm. And this doesn't add a lot of color, so it's okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish lining these. All right. So I'm going to add some Fenty lip balm. I'm gonna keep it real basic on the lips. This is not about the lips, it's about the foundation. All right, so this is what we have so far. In the end, it kind of worked out a little bit. This setting spray kind of helped it a lot. But so what do you guys think? Tell me in the comments, what do you think? Okay, so I think the color is good. I think the color worked out okay. The concealer is definitely too light, so I would definitely have to get a different color, or like I did today, mix this with something. But one thing I did notice, because I used the primer under my eyes, it caused my under eyes to crease. You see that? In like no time. And I don't know if it's their concealer or the mixing of the NARS with it that made me like it. But I think that concealer, the way it felt on my hand, is actually, I think it's okay. Now, okay, so the foundation. I think the foundation is a good foundation. I know it's probably hard for you guys to see how it could be good with it being so dry. Honey, these big old lashes. They feel like I got a whole hairstyle on my lids here, on my lashes here. But I know you're probably wondering why it could be so good. You know, if it looks so dry. It definitely is not the foundation. For a $20 foundation, you know what? I'm not even gonna say for a $20 foundation, because you have some foundations in the store, like the Maybelline Fit Me. Those are some good foundation, affordable foundations. And so I can't even say for $20 that this is a good foundation, because it's ones in the drugstore that don't even cost this much, and they're really, really good. I'm just mad at myself for using this primer under here, but of course, how was I to know? We're using the Sephora product, so of course you wouldn't know. Love the powder. It goes on really, really sheer, really nice. It didn't give you no cast or anything. I like this powder. And the blush is already one of my favorites already. This Snapdragon blush is already one of my favorites, definitely, for sure. And that's it. So tell me what you think. You know what? I'm looking in the mirror here, but please don't charge it to this foundation. Charge it to the primer, because like I said, I'm looking at it. It does look a little dry, but this primer like jacked it up. I think all these products were affordable, and that's the good thing. Like, I got all of this stuff. I don't even think all this stuff together was $50, to be honest. The foundation and the powder and the primer, I don't even remember, so let me not even say that. But I will say that it is affordable. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I have so many other videos coming. Please don't forget to subscribe. Please follow me on Instagram at the same as my tag here, Tanya.Cortez. And it's a new Instagram page. I just started it. I have my own personal one, but that one is for the channel, where I'll go ahead and give you some different tips and tricks and pictures and all that kind of stuff of what we're doing on this channel. So thank you so much. Please subscribe, thumbs up this video. You guys have a good day, and remember, wear your mask. Bye.